Hey people, it's Thursday, last day of September, and I'm coming back at you with some reviews and just some more of my company. So the thing I will say regarding my videos is no one's hurting my feelings. I'm calling out stupidity. That's what I'm doing. And whenever I do, the stupid people always show up and make sure to leave a mark. Interesting. They don't even realize. You see it throughout the news and the media in the world today. People who are just lost and not very smart at all and not loving, especially towards themselves. I ain't worried about me. I'm not fool these people. Okay, you don't want to hear about that. You want to hear about some music. So, Robert Pepper sent me some music. He sent me this new release of his, Psychedelic Talismans by Musique. Paz Music or Pa Music, and is what I'm thinking is how you say it. And this is a project of his that has apparently been going on for a while. I looked him up and saw he has put out a lot of records and releases over the years. I think this is the first time I've heard of him. I've listened to this several times, and it's like I kind of like it. I like the color, but it's still not coming through with a real strong impression yet. Okay, it's like two things about this record stand out to me right away, which is that it's an excursion in sound, and that there's a lot of texturing going on, and things just kind of repeat and gurgle and move along. At one point, I forget if it was side one or two, but what this is doing brought to mind Cabaret Voltaire, and that's a compliment. But this really hasn't come through real strong just yet. I must say, Robert, I know you're waiting to hear my review. I can say that in general, think I like it. And it's the sort of thing that I like, which is that it's kind of psychedelic. I have to dive into it further, but I thought I'd go ahead and talk about it and let you know that I do like it. Your other release, Musique, Ancient Scottish Legend, or whatever the name of this actually is. Musique Amateur Radio on white vinyl. This one includes the daughter of one of the members of Faust, and you cover the Faust song, It's a Rainy Day. Once again, this is interesting to me, and it's like I've played it a few times, and it still is establishing what it is to me. I do like it, but it's like I'll probably say more about this. In general, it's instrumental, and it moves, and it keeps my interest to a degree. But I know you wanted to hear me talk about it, Robert, and those are my first impressions, and I've listened several times already. But I have to come back to it. Now, I also received a package from Brooklyn, possibly from a friend of mine, my great nephew's. Lowbit Landscapes is the label, and some of this stuff is interesting. I want to like it more than it's coming through on the first listen. I want to say that. Like, for example, this. Nathan Jonson. This is a 12-inch single. I like the graphics. I like that. And it's nice. But that's all I can say about it right now, is that it's nice. It hasn't really landed. Interestingly, this music comes and it's like it's still... I'm still deciding what I really think of it. I got several records by the band Nihiti. This one is called Other People's Memories. And on my first listens to this music, it strikes me as there's a bit of shoegaze, there's some drone involved, and let's see, one of these made a more strong impression than the others. This one, Ghosts and Versions, which are have some remixes by Nihiti, and this is on nice. I appreciate this being sent to me, and I'm thinking this is possibly related to my great nephews who were just in New York. That this is a friend of theirs. Once again, I got to absorb this. It's got aspects of what I like. Like I said, sort of a shoegazy sound, of sometimes kind of drony. A mix. The sound is interesting. Of those, the one that I like the most immediately is this one, Lorna Dune, from the Lobit Landscapes package. This one, Miamisphere. Not too far from some of the electronic music that I've done myself. This one I like the most immediately. And Robert asked me about doing favorite album covers. It's just really hard. The main thing is because I can't remember. People want top tens. I couldn't do a top 10 to save my life right now about anything. Seriously. I like good covers. This is a good cover. That's an example of what I like. If I were to make a top 10, it would just keep going, because if I'd have to look through everything and I'd keep finding more that I like. Another of the records in the package, well, this one too, I like this one too, on first listen. National Park System. I'd never heard of these artists. And this one, I have to play it again, but this one I thought I like this. I like this. Another Nihiti record, which I have to come back to for Ostland. I have to come back to this one. It didn't. Again, I like the presentation of the music. They have a couple of these have posters too, and that's cool. This one was harsh. Viktor Timofeev, Palace of Peace. This one struck me almost like a noise release. Harsh, not just harsh, but like going into a cavern or something. I do appreciate these records. I also appreciate the fact that folks still want to hear from me and hear my opinion about music. And I do address, you don't see them because I erase them immediately because they're not worth it. These people have problems, and it's interesting that here I am providing a service, a good one, telling you about music hardly anyone does, being honest about my thoughts and myself. And I continue to have to deal with some unfortunate types. But we have a lot of unfortunate types in the world right now. The world is weirder every day. And my concerns are human. They are. So if you happen to catch some of the weirdness that I deal with, folks, check it out, because this is my response, is these people are not doing well, and they're not fooling nobody except themselves and other folks that are not doing well. Okay, that's why I bring it up, because I know it's helpful when I say these things. I know it, and you folks aren't hurting me at all. You want to. I don't know really why, but other than racism, that I do pick up on. Pick up on the racism. There is a racist aspect to the foul comments that I delete. Yeah, if you get lucky, you'll see some before I get rid of them. But I get rid of them pretty quick because it's just to let them know. It's like It's really sad. It's like dealing with pests. That's what it is, dealing with pests.